What's up, everybody? Got another video here for you. Finally getting to the Honda Monkey. I'm feeling a little better. I'm getting strength back in my arm so I can use it more. Still pretty sore, but been trying to get some stuff done on the bikes, getting ready for Super Sunday. So as you can see, we got a pile of parts here. This isn't all of it, but this is probably something we're going to get to right now. So as you can see, we got some clip-on bars, see-through cam vent, we got an intake, a shift lever, some levers, rear sprocket, chain cover, handle grips, some decorative nuts.
Nice.
Whale tail delete kit. So we'll kind of break this up into sections. I'm not sure how many videos this will include. Might not get to all of this today, but we'll film the video, see how it goes. One thing I do want to accomplish today is I want to get the chain guard on. I want to do the cam cover, the intake, and the tail delete, which I've already cut a lot of it off. It was one of the first things I did, but we'll get that on there. Then we'll go from there. Probably divide it into a second video, but this is the Monkey, the 2023 Monkey. I think it has like 600 miles on it now. Had a little more than a year and been slacking on it big time. So it's time to get into it. Probably going to take it to Super Sunday. So definitely want it looking its best. Start making it unique and making it my own. So we'll dive right in. Okay, we'll start with one of the simplest things is we got this, what is it, the OTB Prototypes cam cover. Comes with hardware, nice and shiny to replace the 8s that are on here. It's as simple as it looks. You got your two 8s right here, you take them off, pull that cover off, and replace it with this cover here. Only thing you want to be careful of is there is a rubber seal here. Try not to pinch that seal, because that can give you a leak. I did that on the Grom one time, so it can be quite annoying. But other than that, it's that simple. So we'll get this removed and bring you right back when it's on. And literally 3 minutes later, installed. And I think that looks really good. I really like those nice little details. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to get this air box off. Definitely looks a little different than the Groms, but it doesn't look too hard. I see some Phillips up there. Might have to take the box apart to get to everything, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know. I'm gonna get started on that. All right, it's a couple minutes later. Real simple. First, you got to take these shrouds off. There's two Phillips head screws. One goes in the front, or actually they're right down here, and then there's another one up underneath on each side. And there's little tabs on the inside, as you can see. You're gonna shift these forward and they'll pop off. Then you want to undo your temperature sensor, and you're actually going to be removing that temperature sensor and putting it on your intake here shortly. But then all that remains is you have a Phillips holding your clamp onto your intake right there. I don't know if you guys can see that there. Put some light on it. So there's just a clamp holding that on there. And then you have 1, 2, 3 10s holding the rest of the box on, and it should come right out. So the only thing I believe holding this box, oh, and you do have a couple of hoses, some breathers, which I think this intake only has one breather. So one of these, I'm going to figure out which one's the crank vent, and we'll put a filter on it at a future date. But one of these is going to connect up to your intake here, I believe. Yes, right here. So we'll figure out which one that is once we get this cleared out. It'll give you a ton of room, and we'll go from there. Okay, I think everything's unhooked, so this should come right out. It's a little tight. Just be careful you don't catch stuff on anything here. There we go. And that is quite the airbox. pretty easy to take off, but as you can see, now you have a lot more access to the motor, and future mods will probably be a little easier to get to. So basically we'll want to attach our intake here. Comes with all the stuff that you need. It even comes with a filter. I went with the K&N style cone filter. So let's get that slapped on there, plugged in. Let's see here, I'm thinking this is the gas breather maybe, and this is the crankcase breather. So we'll figure that out and get them connected. All right, well, things escalated a little bit. It doesn't fit as easily as I thought it would, but I got a helper.
Hello.
And what I found is the clearance between here is very, very tight. I thought maybe dropping the exhaust down would help, but ultimately what I ended up doing is just 2 bolts, 2 10s, one here, one here. I removed the throttle body, pulled it forward. I made all the connections so your breather vent and your air temperature sensor and everything hooked up before putting it back together, and this should come right back and clear, just barely, I hope. So we'll see, but clearly there's some clearance issues when it comes to the Monkey. It says this is compatible with it, so I'm a little confused as to why it was so difficult and the clearances were so tight, but we got it on. It looks good. Everything's hooked up. I'm just going to bolt the exhaust back on and we'll fire it up and see what's going on. Make sure the check engine light doesn't go on, because that would be the sensor here. It does come with an extender, as you can see right there, so you'll definitely need that. But yeah, after a little bit of struggling, it's on there, and I think it looks a lot better. So let me slap the exhaust back on and we'll see how it looks. Okay, I got it all back together. I'm not super happy with this fitment. I'm ordering Yoshi exhaust. I'm hoping that gives me more clearance. It does run pretty much in the same route, but I'm hoping that it'll resolve this issue here, because the intake is literally touching the exhaust. I can't get it any closer. I can't switch the intake to the other side. Supposedly this is supposed to fit the Honda Monkey and the Grom, and this is just, it's very close. I'm not super happy with that at all, but the only other option I can think of in the meantime is what I can do is I can loosen this bolt here, maybe put some shims to bring the exhaust out a little bit, some spacers. That might alleviate it. I don't want this touching long term, that's for sure. But it's on, and let's fire it up and see how that intake sounds. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you can hear it. Hopefully what I can do is I can shim this out. I think that's what I'm going to do over the weekend. See if we can just bring the exhaust out this way just a little bit. I even tried moving this up, but as you can see, the clearances here are kind of dog shit. So not super impressed with that intake. I'm going to order the exhaust, the Yoshi exhaust. We'll see if that helps any. If not, there's a good chance I'll go with a different intake. But only took about 45 minutes to get this on. A little longer than I was expecting, but it's on there. Another thing which I could try doing is I could try cutting the pipe here a little shorter so it feeds in more, and that would give me some extra clearance. I mean, between those two things, that might be what I do, but we'll see. All right, well, intake's done. I guess the last thing I'll probably do today is we'll put the Zeta chain guard on to replace the plastic one here, and the next couple of days we'll film the, or actually, well, maybe we'll hit this up too, but bars, levers, sprocket, definitely gonna be for another day. But I think we made some progress. Super happy. So I'll be back once we get started on the other stuff. All right, well, I couldn't let that stand. I shimmed the exhaust. We got a little bit of clearance here. Basically, one of the mounts, I put some extra washers on under there. If you can see it right there. And I used my little persuader right here to get the rest of the job done. So hopefully when the Yoshi exhaust gets here, it'll give me a little bit more clearance. My only other option would be to notch the frame right here, but I don't really want to do anything like that. I'd actually rather get a different intake if that's going to be the case. So my little helper's over there, and he's helping me with all this stuff, aren't you? Hi. All right, so moving on, probably do the chain guard, and we'll do the license plate, and we'll call that part 1. All right, chain guard is on. Basically, to get it off, you've got a couple of 5mm Allen, and this does come with a spacer, so you put the spacer in the back right there. And these, weird, but they're actually 4s, so you just get a 4mm, tighten them up, and all set. I think that looks pretty good. What do you think, bud? You think that looks good? Yeah. All right. So we'll get this license plate bracket done. I'll show you guys how to do that, and that'll be this episode. All right, guys, this is fairly simple, straightforward. There's 2 Phillips screws which go right here, which connect the plastic fender liner with the whale tail. And then there's also 3 10s. 1, 2, 3 that you got to take out. To put your TST plate together, this is it. Nothing's tightened up because I want to adjust and everything like that, but basically this is what it's supposed to look like. It's going to mount up using the existing hardware and screws and everything like that. I am keeping this a little loose because I think I'm going to utilize some attachment points to mount my GoPro. So every one of my bikes, I'm slowly getting GoPro mounts on the rear for all of them. So I'll show you guys what I come up with. But basically, it's really simple. You're going to need, looks like these are either 3 or 4 Allens to tighten up, a 10mm, and a Phillips head screwdriver. One thing I did forget to do is I forgot to order a light. So I'll just hop on Amazon and I'll get like a generic LED license plate light. I left the wires up there intact, so I can wire it up real easy. Won't take any time at all. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll show you guys when I'm done. Okay, all installed. I even found a little mounting bracket here that is perfect for GoPro. You just strap it in, got the power supply, got the wire facing the outside so it doesn't hit the tire again. But yeah, license plate frame, got a sample plate here. Yeah, it's not going to interfere at all. Perfect. Hell yeah. So just got to order that light off of Amazon, mount it right up in there, and that'll be that. But thank you for watching part 1 of the monkey transformation. A lot more to come. So just in recap, basically we did the intake, we did the cam cover, we did a chain guard, we did the license plate bracket. Yeah, not too bad. All right, guys. Hopefully we'll get the other one done here, and we're definitely going to be doing we'll do the bars, the grips, the sprocket, kickstand delete switch, shifter, and hopefully the exhaust will get here in time and we can get that mounted up too. All right, thanks for watching.